How's it going, my evil residents? Today we'll be taking a look at all the bosses from Resident Evil 1 Remake and ranking them from worst to best. This list will be mostly subjective based on how much I personally enjoy each boss from a story and gameplay standpoint, as I'm not a game designer by any means. However, if I feel something is poorly designed or executed, I will note that in my ranking. I won't waste any more of your time, let's get right into the video. This boss fight is basically one-to-one how it is in the original, and it was underwhelming and kind of lame in the original, so it's kind of lame and underwhelming here. I'm not sure if I like it more or less than the original. It's literally exactly the same. I got nothing to say about it. It's iconic, but the boss fight itself is just lame. Tyrant is slow, he doesn't do that much damage, he has so little health, even on hard mode. He's just straight up a pushover, and I don't like it. I know having two very difficult Tyrant boss fights in a row would be really punishing to newer players, but come on, it's Tyrant. Just like, make him stronger. Just make him a little more stronger. Just at least give him more health, because every time I go into this boss fight, I know he has like no health, and I know he's slow, but I always come in packing like 50 shotgun shells, just because it feels like I should. He has that much aura, but his gameplay does not match that at all, and it's just lame. It's disappointing, and I hope if they remake this game again, they make this boss actually hard. That would be awesome. Please, Capcom. That is one thing you could change for the remake. You can fight Yawn here, but why? He's so easy to run past. It's just why? And I don't know. I know they wanted to do like, yeah, you can skip it and it's cool, and then you can meet Richard later, or Richard can die here, and you get the choice thing with the assault shotgun and Richard, and it's good. I like it overall, but having a skippable boss in a room where you never need to go back there is just weird game design. It's like, okay, yeah, you skipped it, but now it doesn't serve the game in any sort of capacity really, so there's not a huge point to doing that. Unless you leave the boss while Richard fights it, which is just fucking hilarious. You're an asshole if you do that. Richard does not like you. Not at all. Don't be doing Richard like that. If Richard comes in to help you, help him fight Yawn, okay? Just don't be doing that to Richard. Anyway, yeah, it's a skippable boss in an area you don't really need to go back to, so I don't feel too strongly about it, and it's fine. You fight Yawn again later, and it's the same thing, and it's more interesting, so here he goes in 7th place. The second Yawn fight in the remake, I don't quite like it as much as I like the original. I know I've been comparing these a lot. It's hard to rank these without comparing them to the originals, okay? Leave me alone. Yawn 2 in the remake is a cool way to condense two parts of the original game that didn't really need to be condensed. Like, I'm fine with them doing it, and it works really well, but I also kind of wish that this library area was more explorable like it was in the original, and maybe they like added some hunters here, and instead of doing that horrific column pushing puzzle that I don't like and is just annoying, even on like modern controls. On modern controls, it's horrific to do. On classic controls, it's fine, but it's just not interesting, and it's not an interesting replacement for Yawn being there, and it's not an interesting replacement for the Barry interaction that you have there. So I like what they did with it, but what it was replaced with in the original boss fight room, I don't like, so I don't like it as much as the original, but it's fine as is. I don't really have that many problems with it. It's mostly nitpicks. This boss is fine. It's a good boss. Elder Crimson is in kind of a weird spot because he's not technically that hard, but he also, like, he really is that hard. Like, it kind of depends what you're doing. If it's your first playthrough, you're probably not expecting it to be Elder Crimson that's in there, so you way overstock items to bring for him, and you just nuke him. But also, if you go down there not expecting there to be a zombie in the coffin in this zombie game, you're fucked. You're completely fucked, and you're not gonna have a good time. But then when you were doing a speed run of this game, you can take him out with a flash grenade and a handgun bullet so easily. I had to practice this for when I did Resident Evil 1 to 8 in 24 hours, and oh my god, it's so satisfying to do that. that made my enjoyment of this boss fight go up so much. Just that one cheese you can do with the flash grenade and the one handgun bullet, so good. Yeah, it's completely like balance breaking that you can take him out like that, but it also teaches you that you can take out the Crimson Heads later by doing that with the handgun and the flash grenade, so it encourages you to learn to save your flash grenades. So it has give and take. It's a really good up in difficulty without being completely unfair, and if you do die to it, it just tells you to be more prepared at pretty much all times, because from here on, most of the bosses are harder, except for Tyrant 1. But yeah. Anyways, Elder Crimson is awesome. That is all. Great addition to the remake. By the way, you made it halfway through the video by now. I just wanted to remind y'all to like and subscribe if you're enjoying so far, as I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers and I would love to have you around. I also have a Discord and $1 channel memberships if you're interested and able to support directly. No pressure though. Anyways, back to the video. Black Tiger is basically exactly the same as she was in the original, except her little babies are less scary, and it's easier to get poisoned by her, at least in my experience. I don't know if that's actually true, that's just my experience of the game. Much like I said in the original, Black Tiger is an example of a skippable boss that actually has purpose in being skippable and is still a threat after you skip her, because you can just use your knife to cut open the door, and bada boom, go through, but you do need to come back through there. And there's been times where I come back through there without fighting Black Tiger, and she just absolutely wallops me and just knocks me against the wall and knocks my lights out and just fucking kills me. And it's hilarious because the ragdoll animation for it is amazing. But there's still danger if you don't fight the boss. So it's like, do you trade off potentially taking damage? Or do you use your ammo and maybe not take as much damage? It's a good example of a trade-off, whereas Yawn 1 kind of is more of like a narrative trade-off. Black Tiger is more of a gameplay trade-off. And I just think that's a little more interesting because the Yawn 1 narrative trade-off is not super interesting to me. I'm not like the biggest Richard fan in the universe, whereas I'm a big fan of having ammo and I'm a big fan of having healing items. So yeah, Black Tiger goes here. Next up is the second Tyrant fight, and I swear this guy is less aggressive in the remake. Like, he's still very aggressive, and it's still very likely that you will have Barry, Rebecca, or Jill, or Chris die. There's still a very serious chance of that happening. That was not a thing in the original Tyrant 2 fight. You basically just fight him by yourself. In the remake, they let the NPCs be there. And it kind of balances off. He's less aggressive, but also he could still like kill them and ruin all of your effort in trying to save them, which is a huge pain in the ass. It's so annoying when he does that. But anyways, this boss fight is the actual final boss of the game. If you go through this whole game and don't save everyone to fight Tyrant 2, that's probably the most disappointing thing in the world, right? Like, especially your first playthrough, you fight Tyrant 1, the most pushover guy ever, and then you go and light the signal rockets and leave, and it's like, okay, that's it? That's probably so disappointing. Like, it's cool, and it teases to get you to play through the game again. And it's a really interesting final boss that you can skip the final boss of the game. That's so cool. That is so awesome. But I just have mixed feelings about it sometimes because it's like not everyone gets to... If somebody just plays through this game once, they could just miss this great boss fight. And that's so sad. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's great. It's a great trade-off. It's cool. And it's really fun. But there's two other boss fights in this game that are they're just better. They're just cooler. Lisa Trevor is kind of in a weird spot because she's not that hard until she knocks you over the ledge and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I've barely been attacked by her with a normal attack. Every time I've died in this boss fight, it was a one-hit attack because she knocked me off the ledge. And it's so disappointing every time because it's like, okay, we got through the whole Mansion 2 section. We can get through the Lisa Trevor section. It's just so nerve-wracking because her AI is so unpredictable. She could literally push you off at any moment unless you know like some exact pathing. So unless you're really, really good at this game, she's very unpredictable. And even then, she's still pretty unpredictable. She's nerve-wracking because of how quickly she can just knock your ass out. And you cannot do anything to stop her. If you shoot her, you can't really stun her. You can't damage her. You just gotta push the pillars off the ledge, and there's nothing you can do to take her down. It's great design. This is probably the best way to design an invincible boss that I can think of. They did a really good job with it, and I really like it, and her backstory is so sad. However, her going further, grabbing the skull, and then fucking jumping off the cliff. Just something about the way it's animated, voice acted, and paced. It just kills me every time. It's so funny. Like, yeah, this is so sad, but holy fuck, it's also really, really funny. Just something about it. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me. Let me know in the comments, but just, yeah. Lisa Trevor, just so iconic. Such a great addition to the remake. Definitely deserves a second place spot. Cool. In first place yet again in Resident Evil 1 Remake, as the same with the Resident Evil 1 bosses, it's Plant 42. This is how you design a boss. You get multiple approaches depending how much work you want to put in, how much ammo you want to put in, how much brain power you want to put in, how much math you want to do. You get an extra puzzle or an extra gameplay encounter, depending what you want to do. It's just so good. It's so fun. Every time I replay this game, I'm like, I genuinely have to think if I want to do the V-Jolt or not, or if I want to have Rebecca do it. Because I'm like, I usually have a lot of ammo left over at the end of this game, so I could just save some time and just go fight it, but also V-Jolt, you know? The V-Jolt puzzle is like really fun. So I don't know. I think about this every time. It's such a good trade-off, and it's so fun. And the actual boss itself, while you do just kind of stand there and just shoot it, you do have to dodge the acid puddles. You could get poisoned, and if you used all your blue herbs trying to fight the spiders, you're kind of cooked. Or if you got bit by one of the snakes on the way there, and you use some of the blue herbs. So I like the dynamic that you have with the actual Plan 42 fight. But the main thing I love about this fight is just you can choose how you want to approach it, and it's different in both playthroughs, both ways, which I just love. It's so good. Absolutely love it. Plant 42 is how you design a boss for a top-down horror game. Straight up. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, drop a like. If you disliked it, feel free to dislike it, but let me know why in the comments. As I mentioned, I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers, so I would love to have you subscribe and stick around for the channel. I make lots of Resident Evil videos and some other spin-off videos here and there. I have channel memberships starting at just $1, as well as a Discord server if you want to join the community more directly. I do also have handmade pins on my Etsy page, linked in the description if you like any of the channel logos or something from the Plot Armor series. I got those down there for you. Special shout out to all of my harmless residents scrolling on the screen right now, but a very special shout out to my nefarious residents. One's One Up, the Epic Rager, Evil Resident, Daniel D, and Blaze MBZ. And a super extra, mega awesome special shout out to my malevolent residents, Donna Dracula TTV, Mark Maidens, Aircrom Cromer, and a Dark Trooper. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know which boss was your favorite or least favorite, and yeah, stay evil, my residents.